Okay, so Hunter, let me go back to you. I kept interrupting you before our break because we had to keep jumping into court. But as we were watching this, what did you make of it? And let's not forget that what we expect after this short recess in court is for victim impact statements. So give me your thoughts on what we're seeing today.
What's very interesting about this is how this judge is going directly into impact statements so soon after this verdict. Often you have sentencing and the processes leading up to that occurring sometime later. This is going directly. This is a very fast process here, and hearing the family, the impact statements right after the verdict is compelling, to say the least. And the jury heard a horrific set of facts. Now we're going to hear how it affected these family members. And I don't think it's going to be long before uh, Joel Guy Jr. Finds out he's going to be spending the rest of his life in jail and not a death penalty, as I think he had hoped.
So, Imran, let's talk about possibilities here. Obviously, automatic life in prison without the possibility of parole and after until 51 years. And the question becomes the other sentences, the other convictions. If you were the judge, would you have them run concurrently or consecutively?
Well, given the fact that on the first degree premeditated murder charge, he's going to be convicted to the mandatory life with possibility of parole when after 51 years. So what I think he's 32, so he's going to be in his 80s at that time. But I think that any sentence here will be running. It makes sense to keep them to run them consecutively. If you were taking them as the lesser included. So let's say there was a scenario that Joel Guy Jr. was convicted on the lesser charges. I would see that those would be consecutive sentences to sort of, because of the egregiousness of the crime, to stack those sentences. But here he's already going to be serving a sentence of life without parole until after 51 years of passage. So it may be a concurrent sentence.
Right.
But because of the egregiousness, the judge may say consecutive sentence because that has a greater impact, if you will, even publicly.
And let's just remember what we're talking about for the rest of the day with the victim impact statements. The judge originally, at the beginning in the morning, said that if the jury comes back with a guilty verdict, he would like to push back the victim impact statements to another day. But the family wanted to deliver those today, I guess, to have it perhaps fresh as soon as this verdict. They want to address the court. They want to address Joel Guy Jr. Let's take we're going to go to the prosecution's rebuttal argument because this is one of the